Good morning, dear students. So let's begin today's session. This is the slide of the Indian Express newspaper, and today's date is 7 November 2025. And let's begin. I'm here to read all the important headlines of today's session. So let's read. If you have any doubt, then please comment down. I will solve it. And if you want to read detail in any kind of news, then please comment down. I will provide you the link of this newspaper so that all student able to read this newspaper. Okay. So let's read all the important headlines. Okay. SIR self-intensive revision with zero appeal, highest turnout since 1951, purest roll. CEC at 65% highest turnout in 75 years, half of Bihar votes. Okay. Concern grows as market expand, red flag in government can generation AI, I think, models track prompts of officials, leverage citizens' data. Okay. Cycle in 2006. 2. Das Hazari, this time Nitish Bank on the Mahila. FIR filed. CM orders probe into land deal linked to Ajit Pawar's son. Not just PMLA, UAPA give reason for arrest in all offences, says Supreme Court. Okay. The another is about vote. How many times did she vote? Asked Rahul about voter with over 200 photos on rolls. Once she said, okay, it's about the voting list. Players end up discovering new cities, discussing topics from sociology to philosophy, music to chess. At Chess World Cup Beyond the Board, Grandmaster favorite move a walk. This is the second page of today's session, or it shows the detailed explanation of the front page. If you want to read it in detail, then please comment down. I will provide you the link, and from there go through that and read there. Okay. This is about the city where AAP versus BJP privileges panel calls Kejriwal over Fancy Ghar row. He says notice vague, not maintainable. Okay, sorry. Faridabad shooter tried to attack, say police. Man who fired at teen gets police bullet in leg. Okay. This is also about the city where the capital pollution crisis, farm fires, ragging, air quality index very poor again. Okay, self-intensive revision in Bengal, where migrant workers in Noida calculate cost of returning home. Okay. Student protest demand action on fall air problem. Commemoration. I'm sorry. Commemoration of 150 years of national song Vande Mataram, a soul-stirring invocation. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to my words. Each and every word that I try to explain or try to speak, each word I pronounce it wrongly. I'm so sorry for that. So that awakened the nation. Tell me who wrote the national song Vande Mataram? Uh, Tell me the name. Okay, this is today's question. This is also about the city where the accused spent over 10 hours with body got locked out, say police. Okay. JNU SU polls left alliance wins all central panel post. Okay. This is about the politics where after claim of vote chori in Haryana, Rahul says will take place in Bihar too. Hmm, that's a good question that is raised by the opposition, and government have to take a strict action against it. If someone raise a voice against any system, then please check that so that everyone get the equal level of opportunity. Whoever is going to won in election. Okay. Congress RJD dividing society, says Modi. Shah invokes Sita temple. Calls it purest electoral role. Bihar has shown the way CEC after first phase polling. Bihar's youth in Ost, NDA elects CM who will go give jobs, not Jumla, says Akhilesh. Obituary. This is about the Bihar Assembly election. Read it in detail. If you are from Bihar or if you are from any other states, read it. It will give you a lot of ideas. So this is the politics where forest advisory committees recommendations panel backs uniform penalty after forest act violation, not fair to the court. CGI on AG request for adjournment. Karnataka studies hail welfare scheme flag adverse effect on labor participation. High Court asks poll panel to explain SIR process in Bengal. Ask if two court orders followed. Murmu in Angola, Botswana. Defense trade talk on agenda. Okay, finally, we are at the editorial page of today's session, and the word of the day is the human spirit must prevail over technology. It's by Albert Einstein. Okay, so let's read. Allahabad Municipal Board to New York City Hall, Nehru's Arc. The author is Pratap Bhanu Mehta, where he wants to tell about the poignant moment in politics are rare. They are easily eclipsed by the brutalities of power, yet Mamdani's invocation of Nehru recalled a formative episode in Nehru's own life, his first engagement with city government. Okay, so in Joharan Mamdani's victory speech, two prominent reference to Eugenie V. Debs and Jawahar Nehru might at first seems like discreet, unconducted invocation. One was a firebrand mobilizer, the other rose to the height of nation building and statesmanship. Okay. At yesterday news, sorry, at yesterday newspaper we already read about the Mamdani, so I'm going to skip that topic, means this topic, because we already know about a lot of things that is about Mamdani and the US president, and we make a lot of comparison between them and how Mamdani win the election in New York and what are the things that is happen and how she get fame, how he got fame there, and all the things we already read. Today here is a comparison about the Mamdani and the Nehrus. life and how they both show their own capabilities in the economy. And these all things are written here. If you want to read, then please read it, okay? And if you want to skip, then skip it, okay? So, what's about the JNU's tradition of debate is in the talk. Since its inception, JNU's reputation as an institution of academic excellence has owned much to vibrant culture of debate involving the university's student, faculty of administration, the argumentative ethos nurtured by internal mechanisms that encourage the resolution of disputes through dialogue has not only been a catalyst for JNU's consistent. I took the pen so that I will highlight all the important points. I hope you all able to hear me. So, for JNU's consistently creditable performance in the national ranking for higher institution, all but is also one of the major reason for a large number of JNU students going to become prominent faces in political parties of all hues. Okay. So today, however, the university is at crossroad and investigation by the newspaper into the growing number of court cases the university is involved in sheds light on the fraying relationship between the administration, faculty, and students, where the institution has featured in over 600 Delhi High Court cases during the tenure of the current Vice Chancellor Shanti Sri Dhulipuri Pandit and two procedure, where the large number of cases pretend protest for free speech. It suggests that the space where the students and the faculty encouraged the empowered to ask question and raise doubt in under siege, let down by those whose responsibilities was nurtured it. In several cases, the High Court has called out the JNU administration for procedural lapse, decided in favor of student in at least 19 of the 18 of the 38 cases that were adjudicated during the tenure of current VC. Litigation had picked under her predecessor M. Jagdish Kumar when the university was involved in a 118 cases, 92 of them filled by a student. The court offered them relief in 40 cases, citing violation of the principle of natural justice at least 15, where the litigation is muted, okay, under the VC and the administration persisted Miss Lagatar, okay, continuously sledgehammer approach where the student discipline and conduct rule which came into effect in 2023 list expulsion from hostel rustication from the university and penalties up to rupees 20,000, way more than the average fees of the postgraduate course, as punishment for any protest within 100-meter radius of an academic or administrative building or campus, or even around faculty residence. So the lawsuit threatens 6,000 fines on the students. A long-standing JNU tradition in 2023, JNU adopt the motto Tamaso Ma Jyoti Gamaya. This paper's investigation showed that the university administrators have much to do to enable JNU's students to live up to this credo of knowledge without fear. Playing catch up with China in the AI race. The millennial and unafraid of greening, unembarrassed by TikTok. Okay. Thank you, Jakir. The stadium become an intimate space. Trump want to be XI, or is that a joke? This is the idea page. Read it if you want, because reading habit is one of the best habits that any student can adapt easily and make it as a regular habit, so that you can able to improve your speaking skills and you become very confidential while speaking anything about any topic in English. You didn't utter, okay, or hiccup any words. So, Dalit man beaten to death in RPF custody. ED attached rupees 11 crore asset of Raina Dhawan in PMLA Pro. Pune land deal FIR filed against Parth Power's partner and two others. IAF enthralls spectators as Chhattisgarh marks 25 years of formation. This is about the nation. Let's read it in detail. Okay, where it's about the NCRT. Part 2 of Maths textbook. Ganita Prakash released recently new NCRT class 7 book traces algebra and more to NCERT India. Okay, NCRT director cites need to teach students correct history. 6-month relief from life term for Asharam in 2013 rape case. Walking on track amid a strike, 5 hit by train, 2 of them killed. CCTV in locomotive cabs soon realize 24 years after fleeing, rape accused held. So this is the explain page, and where it explains the economy, the global. I think it's about the politics, and it's about wildlife and law. Read each and everything of this page like editorial, because it is the page where you get detailed explanation about the economy, and each topic of this page is too much relevant. Okay, so has Bihar's growth caught up with the rest of India? Bihar's overall base of economic activity is small and its growth rate can thus flatter to deceive. Okay, other states' data provide contest. Manufacturing sector's output. How much state has grown where it lagged behind other. This is the data and it shows the Bihar's real GSDP. Okay, GDP. I think every student heard about the word GDP and GVA, gross value added, gross domestic product. The full form of can anyone tell me the full form of GSDP? Okay. Hmm. Okay, so this is by the source RBI Indian Express Research, or this is the data from the date 2022 to 2023. Okay, so the full form of GSTP is Gross State Domestic Product. Okay, where Bihar got the lowest rank. I think Jharkhand is also in the same place, or other states, many other states are also, because there are 28 students. I think, I'm sorry, because I read a lot of thing about the Jharkhand and Bihar, that they are in the worst condition about the economy and about in terms of development also. They got the less development and less faculty from government. Okay, so this is the thing. As Bihar goes to polls, the big macroeconomic question is, has the state's growth trajectory, its recent disaster, bridged the gap with the rest of the country? Further, what happened when it compared with a state like Maharashtra and Japan? where Bihar's residents typically migrate to in search to better lives. And what about similarities? Weaker and contiguous state like Uttar Pradesh. Two opposite view about Bihar. One, that it was and continues to be a basket case when it comes to economic development, and two, that Bihar's image does not do justice to its recent economic resurgence. Where does the truth lie? Okay, the author Udit Misra just want to tell that the condition of Bihar is not good in comparison with other states. All the data is here, and still in the session of election, the condition of Bihar is showing the worst. No one is talking about the development. Even the contestant who are going to be in a election, or the parties who are in election, they all are just there for their all speeches. No perfect promises are done for the development. I heard about a lot of things. So this is all about. And Bihar is the state where development is the main motto, but the young youth who are going to contest election, or the young youth inside the parties, they all are promising Bihar that they will change the name of Ali Nagar to Sita Nagar. This type of things does not see development, or does not help in development. For development, everyone needs good facility of everything, and good education quality, employment opportunity, so that each and every person of Bihar get developed. And if each and every person get developed, automatically the GDP of that state is also developed. Okay, so this is the main idea. Here it is written about the total economic output. Okay, here it is written about the per capita economic output. There are key points that there are two opposite views about Bihar. One, that it was and continued to be a basket case when it comes to economic development. Two, that Bihar's image does not do justice to its recent economic resurgence. Where does the truth lie? Okay, manufacturing sector's output. Here the author just compare Bihar with each and every student. How the condition, look at the number, how that the condition is different from other states, and what are the conclusion, the upshots. Let's read the upshots. When seen in isolation means isolated means akelapan, Bihar can often seems to be registering high economic growth rates. As shown in the analysis, a lot is owed to its low pace of economic activity, and even then, it is still possible of Bihar to fail to bridge the gap with other states. Even when Bihar seems to do very well relative to other states, for instance, manufacturing value added data could prove to be misleading. It may be pointing to a sharp deceleration in other states instead of Bihar catching up with them. Okay. Crisis in Sudan and current trigger, other fault lines, and the human cost. Okay. This is about the politics, whether security threats, factor that decide number of polls, phases. Okay. Two things to know. Unbearable. Why Japan had to attack in troops to tackle a rising bear attack. Okay. Movie makers move Kerala High Court. What censors board considered to suggest cut? This is about the economy. Okay. India needs. Okay. Hmm. Need ecosystem in which more bank can operate and grow. India needs a lot of big and world class bank. We'll sit and discuss with RBI finance minister. So the finance minister with the SBI chairman, remember the name chairman, Challa Srinivasulu Sethi. Okay. Challa Srinivasulu Sethi at remember the name from the Silpa Sethi? He's Challa Sethi at the 12th SBI Banking Economic Conclave 2025 in Mumbai. Okay, on Thursday, where India services sector growth was to 5-month low in October. PMI. Okay, I think it's per month initiative. Per month initiative. Okay. Central Pay Commission. Why 8 CPC needs better inflation measurement. Okay. So Central Pay Commission. Why 8 CPC means 8 Pay Commission needs better inflation measurement. Okay, which housing inflation is the right one? CPI housing inflation, RBI's housing price inflation, Maggie Brick, Magic Brick rental index percent. Okay, these all are the Central Pay Commission. Read it. Mahindra sales entire stake in RBL Bank. Okay, these are the brief news where India and NG finalize free trade agreement soon, said by Piyush Goyal, Industry Minister. LIC quarter 2 net profits surged 32% to 10,053 crore. Okay, Grow IPO subscribed 1.64 times on day 2. Okay, SBI French partner Amundi to divest 10% in SBI mutual fund via IPO. SEBI RBI in discussion to launch bond derivatives. Tell me the full form of SEBI. Who is the director chairman of the SEBI? Remember the tell me the name on the description. I think 2 or 3 days ago, I already remember told the name of the SEBI chairman and tell me the governor of RBI. Two question of the day. BOE hold rates in narrow votes that hint at December cut. Okay, this is about the world where it shows Afghanistan and Pakistan exchange fire as talks begin. Amid a staffing shortage, flight delay, longer security waits time, government shutdown, US orders 10% flight cuts at airport. Trump says he will not attend G20 summit in South Africa. Country should not even be the GS anymore, says US president. Okay. ट्रम्प अनाउंस आई थिंक दी ये जो नखरा है ना यूएस प्रेसिडेंट का ये लड़कियों से भी ज्यादा है जस्ट इग्नोर ट्रम्प अनाउंस डील टू ड्रॉप obesity drug prices mediators propose to get Hamas militants out of Israeli held Gaza area. Read it if you want. US is skipping this year COP. Many around the world think that's better. COP30 Brazil, Amazonia, pre-COP 30 meeting. Okay, I think it's good if US is keeping each and everything. This thing. As an Indian, I just say that it's best if US is get stay away from us. Fourth T20, or one of all for one. India find many heroes to take 2-1 lead. Read the sports space, okay? Because I didn't read it, and if you have any doubt, then please comment down. I will solve that. And if you like it, then please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.